Yep, go ahead.
All right, guys, we want to welcome you to our P2P or person-to-person text messaging webinar. We're really excited about this new software that Greg actually has developed and come up with. We have been in the sales and marketing industry for over 20 years. There are 3 people on our main team. There's Melissa, Kinsley, who is our CEO and owner of Sage Agents, and then we've got Greg Arnfield, who is the mastermind. This guy is a mastermind, not only in sales and marketing, but he's a software engineer. And so when he designed and implemented a lot of the features we're going to be seeing today in this program, it is coming from someone who understands the needs of the customer plus the needs of the business owner. As business owners, there's so much being thrown at us nowadays that just in order to get our message out to the right people, it takes a lot of time, and to build and cultivate relationships, which we're going to talk a little bit more about here in a bit. It takes a lot of our time to get to the point where we're building relationships and able to do that using technology. So Greg has found a way to kind of marriage technology as well as marketing and business ownership. And so that's what we're going to talk with you about today. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen because I put together a presentation to kind of help walk us through this. Here we go. All right, so first of all, one of the biggest exciting things about P2P, person-to-person texting, is the fact that we can use it to amplify our business, and we're going to get into some details of that today. First of all, what is it? P2P, person-to-person, it's sending a message, one personalized message from your computer or your phone to an entire audience. So it's really from a person to a person. So you have the ability to send one message, but yet respond individually to each person. So even though it's technically, you could use the term mass message, it's not really, because you're starting a conversation, and then you get to continue that conversation with each individual person. So as a business owner, with one of my other businesses, I love this feature because it's helped save me time and build relationships, which is something that as a busy person, busy life, we all have different aspects of our lives. We've got our family, our work, our business. There's all these different things that we're doing. This allows us to kind of streamline that. So why would we want to use this for business? First of all, if you look at percentages, I love these percentages, guys. If you've ever done any type of email marketing, then you would know that email marketing, you send a mass email message out, or even a single email message out, you get a 20% open rate on a good day. Sometimes when we work for different clients, we've gotten between a 7 to 10, depending on the market that you're looking at, and they're, whether or not they're interested in what you have to offer, but a 20% open rate. But text messages have a 98% open rate and a 45% response rate. Guys, numbers don't lie. And think about how often you pick up your phone, you reply to a text message, or at least read it. Even if you don't reply, you see it. And the whole, with marketing, brand name recognition is important. Seeing your name pop up, seeing what when they see your text message come through, and we're going to talk about how that works, then even if they don't see it, but they read it, it'll have their first name, they're talking to you. And it's connection. And that, guys, it's about saving time. So this allows us to save time. There've been so many times. I also have a second business. I work in an MLM. I'm a Beachbody coach. I have a large network of women that I work with to help them lose weight and get fit. And I have a lot of friends. I have a friend on here who's with Monet. I have friends that are with politics here today. And the thing is that businesses are built on solid relationships. So we have to focus on building relationships. But I can't tell you how many times I would spend a long time copying, pasting, editing messages to tons of different people because I wanted to have that personal connection. Now I can do that by sending one message. So I created a blog article where I show how to 10x your business using person-to-person messaging. So this is an example of a salon, and they're having a product launch. And so they can send one message to all of their customers. And they can have one person in charge of it. If you own your own business and you do all your messaging, that's great. Let's say you have someone in marketing and you want them to have a personal connection with that person in your business. Say, so this person's Angie. Hey, it's Angie here at Soleil Salon. I'm reaching out this morning to let you know that our anti-aging facial serum's available. We expect it to go out pretty fast. Wanted to give you a heads up. You know, let me know if you have any questions. You send the launch out, it goes into a shared inbox, and as many people as they want can respond, and you can go through just like an email box and respond to them. Yes, I have my eye on it. Is it for any age group? Yes, it is. Awesome, I'll check it out. But I've had times where I've let people know about product launches, and I'm in my inbox responding to 4, 5, 6, however many people I send it to. Say I send it to 20, maybe I get 5 to 6, 7 to respond, and I'm having conversations with them right there. And that's the whole point. It's to build a relationship. So you know that 98% of your customers are going to see your message if you send it out via text message. So great ways to use this is through product launches. You can let them know when you've got a new line of shampoo coming out. I can let them know when a new workout's coming out. You can let them know when you're going to have an event, your sales and promotions. Say happy birthday through scheduling. Important customer updates, reminders, membership renewals. This can be to let people know, I know it's, again, we have someone here that's in politics. You can let people know when your next event is, keep them up to date on the campaign trail. Guys, this is the kind of stuff that you can create this personal relationship. And then we've got the abilities, what all of the feature highlights. And I'm going to let Greg take over from here. Like I said, he is a master marketer, a master networker, but he is also a software engineer, and he's going to walk through all of the different capabilities of this product and what it can do for you.
Okay, sorry. Thanks, Michelle. One of the main benefits of this is you don't have to give out your personal cell phone number. Right? So you get assigned one or more 10-digit local numbers to you, right? So whatever area code you're in, you will also get local numbers in those areas, and people will never know your real number. Now, all messages, like Michelle showed you, go into a shared inbox, and you can log in on your phone or on your computer or whatever to see those messages, to reply to those messages. But you will get notifications to both your email, and you can optionally get them to your phone if somebody texts you that lets you know that you have a message waiting for you to, when you log in. So that is a great feature, and like I know Michelle advertises it as her business number, right? You could have multiple numbers depending upon how many contacts that you want to message in a given day. And those numbers will be stuck to the person. So as soon as you message a person from one of your numbers, that will always be the number that they know you by, right? That will be your cell phone number to those people. We also message anywhere. So even though it's a website, it is what we call responsive, so that it will shrink to, it resizes to fit tablets or cell phones, so that you can do it from cell phones, just like you could an app on your cell phone. It allows you to schedule text. Now this is great, right? So you could schedule a campaign like Michelle showed. You could send one message out to a group of customers or prospects or coaches or distributors or whatever you have, but you can schedule those to go out whenever you want, or in a drip fashion. So if you have some kind of training that you want to do, you could have one go out a day. We also have a bulk scheduler, and this one is really useful. I use it for like reminders of renewals, for example, for people that are coming up for renewals on their subscription. I send out reminder messages and tell them how they can upgrade and save money and things like that. We also have basically a little CRM built in into this, where you can upload contacts, you can upload phones, emails, even custom fields. And then you can use those custom fields in your campaign. So maybe you want to indicate that a person is a VIP customer, or maybe when their product renews, things like that. And then you can reference those in the personalized messages. It allows you to import your contacts in a bulk fashion, so you don't have to enter them one by one. You can also segment your customers into different lists, and we'll talk about that a little bit more. You can have unlimited contacts and lists. We don't, like a lot of email marketing campaign systems will charge you on the number of contacts you can have. Well, we don't limit you on that. And we're going to talk about our pricing at the end, but we wanted to do it in the most cost-effective way for you guys, right? So we wanted you to have unlimited contacts. We wanted you to only pay for the messages that you send, and things like that. So we also support MMS, which is your multimedia messages, so images, videos. You can even send PDF files. You can send any type of graphics. And when you send an MMS message, your text message can be up to 1,600 characters. Okay, so that's a really big text message, right? So if you're familiar with iPhone messages, the blue ones, those are all MMS type messages. Now, MMS is your standard text message. That is 160 characters. We support that, but we support breaking it up. If like some phones or service that people have only supports SMS, so if your message is more than 160 characters, it will automatically break it up into multiple text messages. And then I've already talked about the notifications. So those are just a few of the features that we have so far, and we're going to be offering even more features that are coming up in the future that I'm working on. You want me to talk about this, Michelle, or you want to talk about it?
I can talk about it. So one of the really cool things is that, you think about adding your contacts and then having to figure out which contacts go to which list. The cool thing is that you can actually, in your Excel spreadsheet, you can just let's say you can create a list, let's say for leaders in your industry. You can create a list for customers. You can create a list for prospects. And then what you can do is you can upload the list to the prospect list to the prospects. You can upload the customer list to the customers. So, but the thing is, they'll all be added to your contacts, but you can bulk add them to a particular list. So you can segment them out, and then you can schedule campaigns accordingly. So if you want to send a message out to all of your customers, letting them know about your newest product launch, then you can immediately create a campaign and send it to them. And then if you want to say you have your leaders and you have a leadership call, then you can quickly send one message. Hey, just a reminder, we've got our leadership call tonight at 8:30 p.m. or at 10 in the morning, whatever your leadership call is. Here's the link, or can you hop on? And again, you can go back into your inbox after that's sent, and you can have personalized conversations. So we put together some example text messages just so you can get a visual on what this might look like to send one message. So you could say, let's say you have a coaching business. You can say, hey, good morning, first name, checking in. How did last week go, and what are your goals for this week? Using a question within the text message is great if you're trying to start a conversation and cultivate a relationship through your text. So that automatically looks for a response, and people are compelled to respond to the question. You can ask people about the new product line, let them know about a master class or something that's going to happen. You can let them know registration has opened up for your latest event. Like I know Carrie's on here. She owns a salon, and she teaches people about hair. She teaches people. She knows that product. She knows hair inside and out. So she could say, hey, I've got a new master class going to happen in my salon at this time. Are you planning on coming? And that can shoot out to all the different salon owners, hairdressers in the area, and they can respond immediately. Another example, when Greg was talking about custom codes, I didn't understand. I had to have him break this down for me when he first came out with this to understand it completely. But what he's talking about is, and we're using I'm using Beachbody as an example here, but I'm going to show you how you can use that for anyone. So basically it's like, hey, first name, this is your coach, Michelle Hilliard. So I would send this out to a list of clients who may or may not know me well. And I would say, I just wanted to let you know that your custom one would be, I would upload within my fields the renewal date of their BOD membership. So it would say custom one, or whatever I call that field. I can put renewal date. And anytime what's that?
That would be their, whether they're annual, monthly,
oh, that's right.
quarterly,
Yeah.
that's custom one. And then custom 2 is the date.
Okay, so that would be whether they're annual, monthly, whatever. And the second one would be the date they're renewed. So whatever your product is, whatever that field that would change would be, you can have that field in your list when you upload it. And then when you send out the email, you can use that as a custom field so that you can bulk schedule even when messages out so that people will know when the renewal is coming up. So it's just another way to add value to your customers based on, time sensitive things as well. You have anything to add to that, Greg?
No, that's it. So that's just like one example, but you can put, you get up to 3 custom fields right now, and you can change them whenever you want.
Yep. All right. You want to walk them through a quick demo?
Yeah, sure. Let me share my screen. Okay, can you guys see that?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Make sure we're still live here. So basically, this is our dashboard. And this is just a test account, but you can see it, it tracks the number of contacts. I have 9 contacts. Now, there's this daily limit, right? And then remaining daily limit. So you can see, like, I have 5,000 credits at the top, but I only have a daily limit of 1,000, right? And that depends on the package that you select. Now, our starter package gives you 250 texts per day, but you can upgrade to like 1,000 texts per day if you want to go with our business package, or a pro package, I think is 500. And we'll talk about those at the end. But so you can also see, like, I have 0 campaigns scheduled right now, but there's numbers that are associated. And remember, I talked about you have virtual numbers. So if you have a starter package, you only have 1 virtual number. But if you want to be able to send 1,000 texts per day, then you would need 4 virtual numbers that would be assigned to you, all in your area code, right? And remember that customers are stuck to a phone, so they never know that you have 4 numbers. They just see 1 number, and they know that you have 1 number. Now, we also talked about, right, lists. You can set up different lists, and you can have people on those lists. And you can see, right, here's a list that has me on it. You can see all contacts, obviously, regardless of the list that they're on. You can edit contacts along with their custom fields. You can see what lists they're assigned to. You can assign them to different lists. So you have complete control over segmenting your contacts. And then once you have them, into lists. Oh, and I didn't talk about imports, but once you can add a new list, and then once you create a list, you can come right here to either add a contact manually, or you can import contacts, okay? And that's a great feature that just reads a CSV file that you create from Excel, right? So you can take whatever form you have your customers in currently, doesn't matter if they're, what system they're in. Everyone supports a comma-separated value format. You can just export them, and then you can import them right into here.
Greg, can I interrupt for a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
Greg, it's Michael Musson from San Diego. So thanks for having me on.
Hey,
can you create a link from a sales funnel into the contact information using Zapier? You should be able to, right?
So in order to do that, we would have to have an API exposed, right?
Yeah.
Which we don't have currently.
Okay, got it.
Now, that is something that I can certainly add to our to-do list. It wouldn't be that hard. So if that's something you want, we can certainly do that.
What I think it would be good is I'm working with Melissa on some various things for the business. And so, Melissa, maybe you can share this with Greg and Michelle later. But I think if you could create that API and it wasn't expensive or time consuming for you to do, being able to have this automatically populate the text messaging from their existing sales and marketing page, a
Right.
lead magnet or something that they were doing would allow them, and using a Zap, would allow them very inexpensively to populate this without a lot of manual entry. And then you could, when Michelle is making sales presentations, talk to people about how simple it is, how there's really no extra work on their part, and yet it adds another component to keep people sticky. So just something I think you ought to think about, and it looks really great.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so definitely. So right now you can just create contacts manually, or you can import them, but we can certainly look into building an API for integrations into other apps. So good suggestion. So once you get your lists and your contacts loaded, you can create campaigns, and you can see lots of campaigns here. It tells you the number of recipients, the number of successes, fails.
And just so you know, this is a test account that we use for testing.
Yes, this is just a test account. So basically, I could name my campaign. I could select a list. You can tell people, you're not required to tell people how to opt out, but you can tell them if they want to reply stop, they will automatically be opted out. There's nothing that you have to do. We will just stop sending them messages. They'll still be in your contacts, but they're not. But they won't receive any more messages.
Yeah, the only time you're absolutely required to have people opt out is if they are not your customers. They have not given you their information. If they've given you their information as a customer, then it's not necessarily required. When I send out a bulk message and I'm sending it out to maybe perhaps some of the leads that have been given to me in my other business, I usually make sure I put some sort of stop in there, because you want to make sure we're building relationships and not having people feel like they're getting spammed. That's important. So just wanted to insert that there real quick.
Yes, absolutely. So you have the ability to schedule text, and you can schedule, a particular time, days. You can upload files to turn it into an MMS message. You can see here over on the side that you can have multiple text messages. You can send a test to yourself, or obviously send it to the campaign that you've selected. Now, if it is less than 50 contacts, it will immediately send it in real time while you're, as soon as you click the send button. If it's more than 50 contacts, it actually goes to a queue, and then it's queued up and sent out. So you're not sitting there waiting for the messages to go out. So that's sending a campaign. Let's see, what else?
Inbox?
What's that? The inbox, right, okay. Let me just tell you about bulk scheduling. That uses, again, a CSV file where you can individually text people just reading from a CSV file. So, for example, I get a list of all my customers, all my Beachbody customers, and their renewal dates, and I can just take that file and I can import it right into here. I just basically do that text message that Michelle showed you with the 2 custom fields, and I import it right into here. It automatically schedules, 50, 100 texts, doesn't matter how many customers you have, and they'll go out throughout the month. And I do that every single month to remind customers and try to upsell them on a bundle deal. Now, like Michelle said, if messages come back, they will come back to your inbox, which you click right up here. There'll be a little icon that indicates that there's a new message. Let's see, I could probably do that if I could find.
You want to text me and I'll text you back?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Hey. There we go. All right, so you should receive that.
Refresh.
Okay, so you can see we got our little blue dot up here at the top, which tells us we have a new message. And then it wouldn't matter, you know, what screen I'm on, you can see you have this. Also, I would have received an email notification, or I could receive a text notification that I got a new message. And then I click on the inbox, and I can see Michelle's message right here, and she replied, hi.
Yeah, so a good example, like I will have email and text notifications on when I'm not, like if I send out an immediate campaign, I basically turn them off if I'm going to be on my computer responding to people. But when I go away from my computer, I turn on both of the notifications. So if I do get a text message, it goes to my phone. And I know that there is a message waiting for me, because I don't want someone to message me and have it be on the computer and have me not be near the computer or not be logging in and not realizing it. So, but I also, you know, when that they take, you know, anytime you get a text, it's a credit, or it goes in and out, it's a credit. So at the same time, I don't want to waste my credits on notifications if I'm going to be sitting there. So it's just something to think about, and another way that you can use the system to really help you.
Yeah, just to show you what Michelle was talking about, if you go under your account, you'll see notifications, and you can turn on email notifications or text notifications. Email's on by default, and you can turn on text notifications, but it does cost you a credit. So also, one thing I want to point out is you can receive 200 credits from every single person that you refer to us. So, and it'll tell you your affiliate ID. So when people sign up, there's a little box that they can put in your affiliate ID, and you'll automatically get 200 credits. And when they sign up, they get 200 credits too. So we'll tell you more about that program at the end. Let's see, you can add credits to your account. So we don't automatically, you know, this is not a monthly plan where we're automatically going to give you credits that you're not going to use or you know, or have to pay for every single month. It's just you buy them when you need them. And you can buy them in bulk, and you can get discounts. So you can see the more credits you buy, the bigger the discount that you get on the credit pricing. Now, finally, our billing screen is where you could upgrade if you decide you want to send more messages, you know, per day. You can upgrade your monthly subscription package. And then we also have a replenish credit amount, which recently just added. And that will, you can turn that off or you can turn that on, and that will just automatically replenish your credits to whatever you select when you run out. So you don't have to explicitly go in. So let's say you're sending a campaign to 100 people and you run out of credits, it's not going to just stop your campaign. It's just it's gonna automatically replenish, and it's gonna keep it going so that you don't have to do anything. So upgrades, downgrades, cancel your subscription, you can do it right here. You can see all your monthly charges. So that's basically everything. Does anybody have any questions? I mean, I try to keep it right now as simple as possible. If you're familiar with any type of email marketing system like MailChimp or whatever, it's very similar to that, where you have your contacts, your list, your campaigns, and then your inbox, right?
So since I use the Vagaro Pro, I can import all that in and I don't have to individually.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm sure that whatever system you have will support a CSV export. So you just do that, you just export it. And then you may have to, you know, remove or take out some fields or reformat it a little bit to go into here. Here, let me just click on the import. There's an example CSV field right here, file, sorry, right here. And it just tells you that the order that everything needs to be in, like first name, then last name, then phone number, then email. But yeah, if you export from whatever you have, you can import it right in through here with little work at all.
And something to remember too, guys, is one of the things we're most passionate about is customer support and the customer experience. So this is a work in progress. It's been really cool to see it get better every single day as Greg adds more features. And we make it to where it's basically answering all the problems that we have. So as a customer, as a beta tester, one of our goals is to help you succeed. So if you have questions, reach out. We will be happy to walk you through using it. You know, that's what our goal is. And as beta testers, which we're going to talk more about that at the end, again, our goal is to help you be successful because we know this will help your business. You look at the statistics, this will help your business. So we want to see you shine and see your business grow. So, you know, don't hesitate to ask questions or to reach out so that we can help you succeed.
All right. Michelle, you want to share the slides again?
Yep.
All right.
Okay, so how do we get started? So first of all, we purchase, or we get started. When you get started, you do it in 2 simple steps. The first one is you choose your monthly subscription package. So each package is based on the number of texts that you want to send each day, and then you purchase the text credits. So for instance, the package, the reason why it's based on the number of texts you want to send is because we have to rent the phone number. The phone numbers don't come free. And in order to be able to send these kind of text messages and to be able to use it, the carriers have restrictions. They don't want people spamming like crazy. So they restrict people. One phone number can send about 250 texts a day, and that's inbound and outbound. So in order to make this work for your business, you have to think, how many text messages am I going to be sending out in one day? Remember, you can have as many contacts as you want, but in your segments, like how many customers do you, if you want to send a message out to customers several times a month, you know, how many customers do you have, and are you going to send those messages in one day? If so, then we have to think about how many phone numbers you might need to do that. And if you need some help figuring that out, we can do that. But if you have a small business and you have a handful of customers, the starter at $10 a month is exactly what you're going to need to get started. If you have more, then you need to add more phone numbers as you go. So basically, the restrictions require the 250 texts. So we say you want room for inbound and outbound. So think about it as 200 texts, you know, and for the most part, you're not going to have to think about that unless you start sending out way more texts than what you used to. Once you get set up, you'll be set to go. The second thing, after you figure out what package you need for your phone to rent it, is you need you have to purchase your credits. So again, this is based on what your needs are. You could buy up to 999 credits and you get 5 cents a credit, and you have those credits for the life of however you have them, however long you have them. You don't have to, they don't renew. You don't have to get more credits at the end of the month. They're there. So when you're done using them, then you get more credits. So it really makes it simple for your business. So you're not paying for something that you're not using. And that's something that we're passionate about as a team, is we don't want you to pay for something that you're not going to use. And this makes it that way. So if you want to buy bulk credits, you can kind of see we break it down as to how, like, what your percentage off is. The more credits you get, the cheaper they are per credit. So that's something to think about as well. So what I don't have on here, I forgot to put on the slide, is there's 2 things. First of all, if you sign up as a beta tester, it's my Texan. If you sign up as a beta tester, then we will have a 50% off your monthly subscription. So remember your monthly subscription cost? You're going to get 50% off your monthly subscription cost. And then you just buy the credits that you need. But the cool thing is if you refer a friend, then they get 200 free credits, and so do you. So if you use this and you love it and you refer friends, you know, you might be able to keep replenishing your credits. So that's the cool thing, is we don't offer 50% off your credits, but if you're constantly referring people because you love it and it's working for you, you get to replenish those as you go. So,
and Michelle, let me just give an example. Like if you guys wanted to try it out, you could try the starter package. With the 50% off is $5 a month, right? So we don't offer free trials, but $5 a month is pretty darn cheap. And you could sign up for 100 credits. That's the least amount of credits that you could get. So that's $5. So for $10, You'll get started, plus we'll give you 200 additional credits, so you'll have 300 credits that you can use as long as you want to use them. Or, you know, they never expire, like Michelle says. So for $10, you can join our beta program. You can give us feedback. You know, we have a Facebook group where I'm constantly posting updates as I'm doing them. And you guys give me feedback, and then I implement those and let you know that you can go try it out.
Yep, and I did actually forget to mention that too, that you get 200 credits for signing up in the beta program as well. So you do have to purchase your first set of 100, but again, for $5 for the monthly subscription and $5 for your first set of 100 credits to get you kind of started in the system, you'll get the 300 credits, and you'll have the subscription for half off. So, and then here's the thing, if you have more, so the monthly subscription plans, again, if you have more, then need more than 4 numbers. So the starter is 1 number. And I changed this on the website. I forgot to change this in the presentation, so I'm sorry about that. But the starter is 1 phone number. Professional is 2 phone numbers. Business is 4 phone numbers. And enterprise just means call us. So if you need more than 4 phone numbers, give us a call. We love our custom solutions. We love working with people to see what we can do for you. Because again, we're passionate about you being successful. We want to see you succeed. That's what's one of the best parts about it. So, yeah, so that's basically what we have to offer, and we'd love to get you signed up. So, I'll be sending out a follow-up email, but the website address is stageagents.com/P2P-texting. And so I'll be looking for your email. I'll be sending you an email with the link, and I'll include the information that we had there at the end. I'll have a link to the pricing page, and then what the referrals that you'll be getting if you refer a friend, and then the 200 credits for signing up as well. And again, if you refer a friend, you get the 200 credits and they get 200 credits. So
Michelle will also give them the promo code, right? So they get the 50%
the
off.
promo code, right, for the 50% off. Yep. Right. So does anyone have any questions?
And you can give that promo code to anybody you refer to. So
right.
Okay. Okay, so if I have like 3 lists that I would like to import in, and it's a lot of people, then somebody from your team is going to help me navigate what my needs are and what program I would want to do and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How much you need and stuff. I'm assuming you import those in, and then you got to kind of test to see people have like, I don't know.
Yeah, we can certainly do that. I mean, we can help you figure out like a custom, like if you want to, let's say you wanted to do 10,000 people all in one shot as an introduction, but then you didn't want to do that month to month. Well, we could certainly, give you a custom solution in the beginning and then scale you back to, 500 texts a month or whatever, right?
You're not stuck on a plan. This is all about your needs. So there's no signing up for a plan and having to stick with it or anything. But yes, we did forget to mention, so one of the questions you might have is, what if my list, I don't know if they're cell phone or not. So one of the things that we have is when you upload your contacts and you send that first text, we automatically verify. Is that when they upload or only when the first text is sent? That it's automatically verified?
When they first text them,
yeah.
We'll automatically verify if it's a mobile number. Yeah. And if it's not, we'll mark it. And you'll see in your contacts that it's marked as a landline, and we'll never text them.
So you're not going to waste your credits on texting people who don't have cell phones. Again, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I just, when you think about it, you think about all the possibilities, all the things you could use it for, past contacts from just all that stuff. So I would just be needing somebody to guide me through what I would need. And then that all comes up, like you guys are seeing that too. Like, oh, because there's a place where you can check just to buy more credits. Mm-hmm. So that would assume in a plan, and then after a while you see what you're using, and then you average it out or whatever. What's the best plan?
Exactly. You might want to buy them in bulk and save money, right? You can get 1,000 and your price goes down, or 2,000, it goes down more, so you can kind of see what makes the most sense for you, right?
Right. And then the subscriptions with the multiple phone numbers, once a person is contacted by one number, even if you have 3, they will never be contacted by a different one.
That's right. Exactly.
Okay. So they'll just save that as that's Carrie or whatever, and then.
Right.
Right.
So when I first message my people, especially like when I'm working with people that I can't work with regularly, I'll say, hey, this is my new work phone number that we can text on. And if they call that number, it will forward to the number that you have on file. So they can call me at that number and it will reach me. It will come to my cell phone.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good.
But they have that number.
Yeah, because I have had my cell phone out there so much. You know, it would be nice to have another number, because the salon, I don't answer the phone because I don't have time because I'm working, you know, so it would be nice to have a different number to put out there. So,
yeah.
Sounds awesome. I'll be in touch.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to import those lists because I have Vigaro Pro and I have all of my YMail contacts from the salon for like 10 years.
We'll have to talk about that. We'll hop on
Okay.
talk about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And,
Right.
and also, if you don't want phone numbers, people calling you, you could always change your number to be like a Google Voice number or something like that, right? Or maybe your business phone, you could do that too. So you have control whether people call you or not. Right.
Awesome. Okay.
Good. Does anyone else have any other questions before we wrap it up?
No, it's really exciting. Thank you. Enjoyed
Awesome.
it.
Well, guys, we're going to be having more of these webinars. So as you're getting started, if you have friends that you know could use this and you want to invite them to the next webinar, we will let you know when the next webinar is going to take place. You can just send the link that we send you to them to invite them. And then if they sign up, you can use your affiliate ID, and automatically that will give you the 200 credits. So, sound good?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us, guys. We really appreciate you taking the time out of your day.
Okay.
Awesome day.
Have a great day.
Michelle,
Bye-bye.
Melissa, can you hang on?